Sup, my name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we're checking out a track by an artist named Hubba titled Greedo Killer. Without further ado, we're going to switch over to Spotify, listen to this, and we're going to hear what we think. Oh, some kind of really washy kind of guitar playing. A very out there kind of faded kind of guitar tone. I've got the bass in there as well, kind of coming in on every kind of second go. And we've got the drums as well, nice. Got kind of like an indie or a rock kind of vibe to this. Oh, that synth work is really fresh. That really livens up the mix. And it's also put together really well, like it is all sounding really nice and balanced. And just having the audacity to have like an instrumental that's 45 seconds long for a single is just admirable. I mean that in a good way. A lot of people are kind of scared to do that, but you gotta let the music kind of speak for itself a bit, you know what I mean? You gotta let it have its turn in the spotlight before the vocalist comes in. Kind of has a Black Keys kind of vibe to it. I'm loving the distortion of the vocals. It kind of suits the tone of the guitars. There's a pretty solid vocal technique as well. I can hear those sort of like the vibrato. What's that? You got a bridge here? Or was that the hook there? Oh, this is the hook, nice. Yeah, this is catchy. Again, I think that high kind of warbly kind of synth is a nice touch. It kind of makes it sound a little bit more epic and a bit more full. And those backing vocals as well to highlight the end of each vocal passage is a nice touch. It's really bright and energetic and bubbly and charismatic. I have a lot of love for this track, actually. It's nice that they went high for this bit to really separate themselves from the guitar and bass and such. They overdubbed the vocals as well. They did a double take and that's really effective. That was a nice little drop there. That's a nice Oh, that was a little variation on the end. I thought he repeated that kind of melody twice. But that is, yeah, that's a really catchy. Boom, boom, boom. That's really catchy. The guitar follows that vocal line even when the singer isn't involved. I like that. That's sort of that's kind of making that sort of that melodic theme concrete. The harmony is supporting the melody. The mix is incredibly competent. The songwriting is very. This was a good use of 4 minutes, and kind of the outro just purely sort of instrumental, perhaps. A lot more simple, laid back to kind of sort of lead us out of it. I love that this is kind of the face of contemporary rock at the moment. You know, Hubba Greedo Killer as a single is just fantastic. I love the overall performance is incredibly believable, engaging, and it's passionate. You can tell they had a lot of fun playing this. There's a groove to the drums especially. That guy was going dun 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 dun. I love that. It's so simple, but it led right into that hook really nicely, especially after that high interlude. The bass, the synths, they had the same kind of personality. The songwriting itself was very cohesive, and so were the tones chosen for each of the instruments. You can tell that it had been mixed and mastered by someone who really knew what they were doing, and that's so important with a single because you need that really good first impression. Again, I can't get over how catchy that melodic line was. I was too busy talking to really sort of listen through the verses, which I will listen to that. These reviews are meant to be a one listen per track kind of thing. But I'm gonna have I will have a listen to the verse just real quick. I'll be right back. So basically, what I'm hearing is about the sadness of someone and struggling to let go, and I think it's just about understanding the person that this guy is, whoever he's talking about, and sort of coming to terms with the feelings between them and where they're at. I need a bit more time with this track to really sort of understand its intricacies. There's a lot of distortion on the vocals, so it makes it a little more difficult for me to understand clearly everything, but again, it's just repeated listens. And the song is good enough that you can kind of get away with that because of the fact that everything is pretty much so well done that it makes listening back to it fun. I would like to see what Hubba does in future. I think that they've got a lot of promise and a lot of talent, and it'd be cool to see where they go in future. Like, are they going to continue the same sort of distortion in their vocals as well as the rest of the instruments? Are they going to make an EP or an album off of that? I wanna really sort of, I want to show them love. I love hearing new artists, and I haven't listened to these guys before, but I'm glad I did. But hopefully you enjoyed this review of Greedo Killer by Hubba. Please do check them out on their Spotify. Stay cool, stay safe. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on. I'll catch you next review. Spider hands out.